There's a hermetic teaching that I think about a lot, especially when it comes to these cell phones and computers and the all-seeing eye of technology that's going on. And I see that one principle I think people should realize is everything that is seen on your phone, your tablet, your TV, anything that was not seen with your own eyes could be a movie set. Okay? That it really how would we not how would we know? And so like that's why people have the theories about the moon landing, right? Well, how easy could that be that never happened, right? Like if we were in a big race to get to the moon first and we could just build a set in some warehouse and then have it all done and figure it out, then why'd we spend billions of dollars to try to get to the moon? Well, all is mind, then why actually really do it? It's not like we're bringing everybody up there, right? We're just bringing a video camera up, right? So I think about it with I'm looking at what's going on with this what I see is going on with like Ukraine and let's just say the world in general right now. The war, let's say, it's not that the war is over yet. It's just that I think we're more counting casualties than like racking up more casualties. And by no means am I saying there's nobody dying in Ukraine. I don't know anything about what's going on there. I know literally nothing because I've done zero research because I know that there's the messages are coming out so convoluted and so two-sided, and I know from past information I looked into every war we've been told stories that are not really what actually happened. So I'm just not getting involved. It's all politics, and to be honest, it's all trying to control our perception. And if we control our own perception, then we don't have to be controlled by these anxieties and traumas of the world. And by no means am I saying don't care and don't talk to somebody when you need to or whatever, but remember whatever you think you know, you're standing strongly behind, you can't know likely. So what can we do about this? Well, first of all, I think that we need to realize is that these perception controlling machines, cell phones and all that, should be limited to for tools, not for your perception, right? If you want to say, I'd say you'd literally you can look at the whole situation, make up your own mind what you think is happening. If you like, that's a fun game, and that's what I do if I'm interested. But right now, I'm trying to put my feet on this soil and change my community. And I think that the more we're on our phones and living in some other alternate reality, we're not living here. And so, I'm not saying don't care about what's going on around the world, but maybe just it's not necessary for it to be occupying your mind. If you want a healthy mind, then put your mind here on this earth, right? There's a story, and this guy is on his way to for dinner that day, and he has a dinner at 5 o'clock, and he wakes up in the morning thinking about the dinner, and he's all anxious about like what he's gonna say at the dinner, and he's just like talking about it, and all he is in his mind about that dinner. Wakes up, he's brushing his teeth, he's like spitting his toothpaste out, and got some on his shirt because he wasn't really all there, and then he gets out of the house, jumps on the bus, and like he's just in his mind. It's all this beautiful. Like if he's just sitting there, like, what's am I gonna do? He goes to work, finishes up work all day long thinking about that dinner, and then he gets to the dinner. The dinner lasts an hour. None of the things that he was worrying about happened, and all the beautiful things that he could have enjoyed that day were ignored. When he was driving there's a beautiful lady across that was trying to get his attention, right? There was a beautiful sun looking over a beautiful forest and a river, and he missed that also. And when he was brushing his teeth, he he spit on himself, and he could have cleaned that up, but now he's sitting there. So he's given up his physiological reality for a reality that's not even real. So be careful with what you do with this thing. All is mind, right? And the secret of manifestation is, if you have an ideas, you do it, and you never bring that little nihilist. If that nihilist shows up in your head, you squash him right away. He never goes away, but you squash him and you stick to your guns, right? Let's clean up our own backyard. It is bloody messy, I'm telling you. It's really easy to go look at the world just to ignore this, but that to me is just a way for us to be cognitively dissonant to what is happening right here. And we have to know that they infiltrate our community long ago, these communist ideals, right? And for us to, if we think that that communism's coming, well, it came. It's been here for a long time. It's been here 20 years at least, been hid behind capitalism. And that's cartelism. It's a mix between communism and capitalism, right? It's cronyism. It's been here for at least 20 years, I'm telling you. And we just haven't noticed it because, it takes a while before you see things really just fall apart, right? Well, this is the falling apart of that cartelism. And people are scared. Well, is this the apocalypse then? If we're all our centralized systems fall apart and we have to rediscover how to put them back together, are we going to be able to do it in time? And how many people are going to die? What all this stuff? No, we need to live here right now. Means find a place to garden, find a place to farm, find communities around you that you can work with. Cut out the centralized system. This is the time. Now, if we live the reality of catastrophization of the future, that will be your reality. And there is two realities separating, and you can be intersubjectively involved with whatever one you want, right? So take the path of destruction, if you like, or take the path of renewal, rebirth, a balance of tradition with progression. We had a lot of tradition, heavy, let's say, dogmatic traditions push really hard on communities up to the 50s, 60s-ish. And then we had a fast swing over to progression, like an egg rolling, right? But now that progression is crashed against a wall, and this time I believe because those are so close to each other, these pathological traditionalism to pathological progressionism, we're so close to each other. I think we literally can come right into here. And the new community that we're building is this. It's unity. It's peace. It's love. It's cooperation, not competition. China's already here. Communism's already here. The pathologies are in us because they've propagated in us over the last 3 generations. So let's work at cleaning up our own families, communities, provinces, countries, and let's go from there. And then when we have the whole earth shining green, let's shoot off to Mars. All right. Much love.